It's one thing to connect with developers as a designer, and the only way for you to go ahead and communicate with developers as a designer is to create a design system. Okay, so this is where this video comes in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to go ahead and create a design system, a very simple design system for as a beginner. Okay, so in this video you're going to learn every single thing. So as you can see right here on my screen, I created a design system for typography, color, shadow, view. We can actually create design system for so many things. These are deliverables you're actually going to be giving to developers, and the developers are actually going to tell you what they want, so you are going to create a design system based on what they want. Okay, so this is just a simple design system as you can see right here on my screen. I'm going to try as possible to make sure this video is not lengthy. Okay, so first of all, before I dive into design system, I'm just going to explain what design system is all about as a beginner, in case you don't know what design system is all about. So design system is more of like a guide which developer are going to follow, or a guide used in your design which developer are going to follow. Okay, so let me say, for example, you're actually designing a screen. Let's say you're designing a screen. Okay, let's say you're designing a screen, and if you're trying to design a screen, the developer needs to know the kind of screen you are actually designing for. Okay, so when they're actually implementing the design, they can know that, okay, yes, for this design, okay, yeah, this screen, the screen size width is 128, and the height is this and that, and all those things are information that developers need. Okay, so in your design system you need to be able to communicate all of that. Okay, this is not a well detailed design system right now. I have a more detailed design system, and I also have a more complex tutorial teaching you how to go ahead and create a design system. The link to buy that course is actually in my description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. It's very cheap, as you can see right here on my screen. Product design mastery for beginners, in case you actually new to product design and you want to go ahead and learn product design from scratch. You're actually going to learn UI and also learn UX. We're actually starting with UX, then from UX we move on to the UI aspect. And if you scroll down, you can actually go ahead, you can see the price is very cheap, and the price will keep on increasing every single day, so make sure you leverage on this so the price doesn't get to $100. Okay, so as you can see right here, the course outline is listed right here on the link, so you can go ahead and go through the course outline in case you want to go through the course outline, so you can see it right here. Okay, so right here, as you can see on my screen, this is the design system. So we're going to be creating a simple design system, and right now I've added this design system to the design file. It's very easy, so I'm just going to I can go ahead and delete all this if I want, by coming right here, by clicking on the delete, come here and clicking on delete, coming here and clicking on delete. Then I'll just copy all this. I can just delete all this. Okay, so in order for you to go ahead and create a design system, by zooming into the typography, so let's just list out, there's so many things you actually need when you're actually creating a design system. So you need typography, you need a typography skill. Let me do this, I'm trying to, okay, let me take it forward. Okay, yeah, you need a typography skill. Okay, you need a typography skill, you need a color guide or a color scheme. Then we also need a size. We have so many things in the design system. We need size, that is, we can call it of size, we can call it size, spacing, we can say media width. Okay, so one of the best way for you to go ahead and get the information required for a design system is to go ahead and make use of documentations from various existing platforms. And also, one thing that is not actually mentioned in the UI UX system, same design space, is the designers also interact with code a little bit. Okay, so designers need to be familiar with CSS codes and HTML code a little bit, okay, in order for them to be effective. But as a beginner, you can just go ahead and learn how to create a basic design system. Okay, so let's say for example you want to go ahead and create a design system for typography. I'm just going to start with typography for the first time, so I don't waste so much time in the video. So I'm going to open materialdesign.io. so materialdesign.io, you can actually you can just go to the link, and once you go to the link, you'll be able to see the typography scale you need for your design system. Okay, so you can always make use of material design for all your for your reference when you're trying to build your design system. Okay, so if you come down to the, as you can see, if you come down to the material, if you come down to the material design, come to the design section, then scroll down to material foundation, then come to typography, then this type system, then scroll down, you're going to see this. Okay, so what you want to do is, so this is what you're actually going to be interacting with. You're going to be interacting with all this, but before I do this, this is a quick way for you to go ahead and start making use of this. Okay, you can just go ahead and do all of that if you want, by getting all these type skills, various type skills right here, by following this. And another way for you to get this type skills is to know your base fonts. Your base font is your body text. It's actually your body text. Your base font actually your body text. Then your body text is usually, body text on the website is actually we have two various sizes. Let me do like this and do it like this. Okay, so we have 16 pixel and we have 18 pixel, 16 and 18 pixel for body. Okay, so these two okay, we have 14, we also have 14 pixel. So you can use any of these font size. So I'm going to make use of 16 pixel. 16 pixel is common and is eligible, users can actually read it. So now, as you can see, I say 16 pixel. I'm going to turn this case off. Okay, so as you can see right here, 16 pixel. So now we're going to try and get the respective headers. We have heading, we have, okay, let me say we have h1. I'm going to duplicate this again. We have h2, then duplicate this. We have h3, then duplicate this. We have h4. Okay, we have h4, then duplicate this. We have h5, then duplicate this. We have h6. Okay, so now we have the various font size. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure they're aligned, and I'm going to make sure they're spaced. Okay, well spaced. And now, so yes, now we have the various body, various text we need for the design. So I'm gonna make, I can make this P if I want. P is the paragraph, so I can say piece. I can say sub. I will just say subtitle and body text. I'll just say text. Let me say text. Then I'll say button text. Then I'm gonna say small. Okay, so I think this is okay. So I'll just start with this. I'll just start with this. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm just going to teach you how to go ahead and create a type skill. So you want to go ahead and learn more on how to create a design system, then you can go ahead and sign up for the course. Yeah, you can go ahead and sign up for the course because you have a lot of information right there on how to create a design system. And if you check right here, so as you can see, we have, I think the design system section on this course is about 3 hours. I think 3 hours, so you can go ahead and sign up and watch the video. Okay, so yeah, to create this is very easy. This is our main our base font, our base size, our base text, so which is 16, and all other text here are 16. So I'm going to give enough spacing. Let me give the spacing to be 15, so we can have enough spacing, because we're actually trying to get the figures. So what I'm about to teach you now is technical, and you might not actually find something like this on other videos. In order for you to go ahead and get all this get the various texts you need, you can always reference here. You can always reference here right here on the documentation. On this material design, we have various documentation, so you can just search for the one you're actually familiar with. But for the sake of this beginner's guide, I would advise you stick with material design. Okay, so yeah, in order for you to go ahead and get your H1, your H1 or H6, what you need to do is this. This is a simple math. I'm going to duplicate this. So you're actually going to multiply to get the next or the bigger font ahead of the base font. You need to multiply. That is, you need to multiply the text by 126. Okay, to get a bigger font. Then to get the smaller one, we're going to multiply by 126 too. We're going to divide by 126. Okay, so we're going to divide by 126 to get these smaller ones. Okay, so remember, we're actually doing this 6 times. So we're going to do this one once. So we're going to do that now. We'll do it once. This times 126. So 126 is actually 126 is let me show you what I'm actually talking about. So I'll just come here. Yeah, 126 actually, like how do I say it? It's more of like it's more of like a mathematical calculation we use for spacing. It's more of like, so 126 is more of like the scaling, how you scale through scale to the top and scale to the bottom. So I think this is wrong. 126 is meant to be 125. So we have various scaling value. You can actually go ahead and check that out. So let me just show you how I got this. A minute. Okay, so we have we have more or different scaling values. So we have the main ones are actually the major third, minor second, and I think minor third, and major second. Okay, so yeah, I think major third is 125, then minor second is 1 2, then my major second is 1.12. Okay, so these are the various values. You can actually go ahead and multiply by these values. So we're actually making use of the major third. So I think okay, I think I'll just go with we're actually making a major third right now. Okay, so this is what we're actually going to be making use of in scaling through to get our H1 to H6, and also to get other ones. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this again, but we delete this and do it again. Let's get a value again for H6. Okay, so we're going to multiply this. So we're going to multiply this by 1.25. 1.25. We're going to multiply this by 1.25 just once. So if you multiply it once, this is going to be your H6. So remember, this is the base text. This is just the base text, and we are to multiply any other text above it by 1.25. This is 1.25. Then this H1 is meant to be multiplied by 2, since we're going to multiply this H5 by 2. This is 1, this is the main one, then this is main 1, then this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So we're going to be typing 1.25 times 6 to get this one. Okay, so we're going to do that again. 16 times 1.25 times 1.25. Sorry, that's 16 times 1.25 times 1.25. Okay, so now this is the H5. We're going to do the same thing again, which means we have to multiply by 3. 1.25 times 1.25 times 1.25. Okay, so this 3. So this is the h4. So I'm going to copy this. Another way for you to do this faster is to copy this value, copy this one's current font size. This is the current font size. Copy it, then come to h3, then paste it here. Then once you paste it here, then multiply by 1 again. Just multiply 1.8 1.25, then copy it again, then go to the top and paste it, then times 1.25. so you do that again, copy it, come here and paste it again, then do it again, 1.25. so now you've gotten all your h1 to h6. so you can go ahead and give tidy up the spacing, and so yeah, this is it. We have our h1 to h6 scale in. So now this is our base text, don't forget. So now to get this subtitle, we can go ahead and subtitle, we can actually divide by 1.25. 1.25 subtitle is going to be 12. So this one is going to multiply it. We're going to divide 1.2. We're going to make use of make use of the major third for this. Okay, so we'll say 1.2 this. Okay, so for the small we're going to divide it by 3 because we want to, or let's divide it by 2. 1.25 times 16 divided by 1.25 first, then divide it again, then divide it again, 1.25. okay, so now we have our small text. So this is it. We have our text. So now the next thing I want to do is to tidy up, and we can give the spacing. So I'll just do this. Okay, so we'll give the spacing, then space it out. Okay, so here we go. We have our type scale. As you can see, why I said the same type scale here is still the same type scale here. Okay, that's like maybe a little bit different based on the major or the scaling format we actually made use of. So I think they're actually making use of a much higher scaling format here than, because this value, you can see the size is much higher, and compare. So in order for you to get higher size, you need to make use of higher scaling values. You can go ahead and check that out. Type scale sorry I've forgotten the, I think it's type scale, it should be type scale. I can't actually remember the word for that. Can't remember. We have various scales. Okay, so I've mentioned those 3 skills that are actually that are actually popular, so you can always go ahead and make use of those skills. And right now, so we can go ahead and input this into our design system. So don't forget, this is going to be our header, so we need to make this bold. So we're going to make this bold right here. We're going to make this bold, and this is our button. We can actually make our button bold if we want. No, we're going to make our button capital letter, so we're going to add a case, and for the small text we're going to leave it small. So this is what we are going to input into our system. So we're going to go ahead and save this. To go save this, you come to this text section, click on this icon right here, then click on this plus, then click on h1, then input the value. Then you can go ahead and do it for every other thing. h2, then you can go ahead and do more. h3, so come here, h4, then come to here, h5, then come here, h6, then come here, text, then come here, It's gonna be subtitle, button, BT text. I'm just gonna make use of BT text. So I'm gonna make this small. I'm going to call this small. Okay, small. So now we've inputted our text. Now for you to go ahead and create something like this is very easy. I actually created this template. It's very easy. Let me just zoom in so you can see what is there. So you can see it's more of like, let me show you. So it's just like giving out the values, the required values that developers will need. Okay, so I'm just going to do one so you can go ahead and do the other ones. So I'm going to make use of the main base font when I'm typing certain things. I'm going to say okay, I'm going to say heading 1 for this. Since this, I'm going to say the 1. Then we actually need, I'm going to change this font to text. Then I'm going to say font size for this, I think it's 48. Let's check this font size for this, then click on this, then this is 61. Okay, 61. Okay, so yeah, you can actually make use of this calculator, codebeautify.org. This is going to give you it's going to convert the pixel to REM. So most developers actually make use of REM when they're actually coding. So you want to convert that to REM. So you have to impute the pixel code right here. This is 16. So we're going to say 16, which is 3.1. This is 3.81. So we're going to say the size is going to be 3.81 REM. Then font width, we're going to say font width is semi-bold because we're actually making use of semi-bold. Then we're going to say font name or font family. We're going to say font family is Poppins. Then what other one? Okay, then you can actually copy most of the properties here. You can get them here. You can get them right here from the edit style. Currently, okay, our letter spacing is -1.5. So we're going to say letter spacing minus 1.5%. Okay, so this is it. So this is the information we are actually going to give developers for this header. Okay, so you can go ahead and do the other ones. You can also go ahead and do the other ones. You can always can just change it and put in the right values there. Put in the right values, and boom, you've created your design system. So when developers are actually trying to code the fonts for this, let me say for example this is the website, they're actually trying to create, you make use of or know the kind of fonts you're actually using in your design. So okay, yes, now they know that okay, yes, the design in this design, let me say I'm designing, I'll just go ahead and design something. I'll just say okay, so I'll just say something. I'll just say this, as you can see right now. So I'm making use of my text style. I can change this. I don't want it to be H1. I can make it to be H2. And I can say sorry. So I can say this, make this here. I can do whatever I want. I can say okay, so I can say this, whatever. I can change this to text or make use of the button. Okay, so as you can see right now, the design is cool. So when developers are actually trying to design, now they know that yes, when they're actually designing, this is a button, and the button is making use of the BT text, and the BT text, we have the information. We have the information for the BT text, or for the button. We have information for the button. So this is what I'm trying to say. As you can see, so now your design is looking cool. When you're actually designing with your design system, is cool. So I have a button already, so I can make use of the button I've designed. I have it right here, so I can just drag this in and place this in, and I can change my type or change the size to medium if I want. So these are all things that you put in your design system, like creating buttons, adding icons left and right, or making sure there is no icon, or making use of the warning color, making use of the warning type, state. You can also make use of state over state. You can make use of active state. You can make use of disabled state. You can also go ahead and animate it, being as if it's like more of like a live website. Okay, so as you can see, this is it on how to go ahead and create a simple design system on type scale. Okay, or sorry, on your on your typography. It's very easy. And for you to go ahead and create the ones for color, let me just, I think I was going to mention the one for color. Okay, so for you to create color, it's very easy. You just have to create boxes, equal boxes. Let me say, I'll just create about, I'll just do this. Okay, so I'll just create two more. Okay, so let's just see. So what we, okay, I'm just going to I'm going to create text. I'm going to say primary. Okay, so I'm going to say this first one is going to be the primary color. This one is going to be the secondary color. This one is going to be secondary color. Then this one is going to be my dark color. This dark color, I'm going to make use of it for the header. So I'm going to say the next one is going to be my, okay, let me say the next one is going to be my one color. Next one is going to be my success color. Next one is going to be my danger color. The next one is going to be my, I can say my white color, or I can, instead of calling it white, so I'll call it accent. Then I'm going to create another two different colors. These are neutral colors for the brand. Okay, so neutral colors where I'm going to be using every time, or let me say every time, like going to be consistent in my design, which is the white color. I can say background color. Most of the time we like to call it BG color, so I'll call it BG color. Then I'm gonna call it I'm gonna call it neutral. I'll just call it okay, so I'll call this BG color and white. Okay, I can say okay, let me say BG color. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to say white and BG color. Okay, so I'm also going to have another one. I'm going to have another one right here. Sorry, I'm going to have another one right here. I'm going to call this one text. This is going to be the text color, what the color for the text should look like. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this, so now it's cool. So this, okay, so in the design system, these colors are not going to change. They are not going to change, but this color can change. This color can always change. Okay, so I'm just going to select a random color. Even if it's not cool. I'm going to select a random color. I'm going to select this. So I'm just going to select a random color for this. Then for dark color, you can actually make use of a dark color, since it's going to be more of like the header. So I'm going to go for something like this, something dark a little bit. Then I can take it to the red, somehow red a little bit, so I have a little red. This is okay, this is cool. Okay, this is not dark enough. Let me take down dark enough. Okay, so I can, for the warning color are meant to be yellow or orange, so I'm gonna make it something orange, or let me say, okay, orange is, I can say maybe orange or yellow. Okay, so this is cool. So for the success color is meant to be, it's meant to show that yes, they've successfully done something. So I'm going to make this green. I'm going to make this green. I'm going to come for a dark green so it looks cool. Then danger color, we're going to make use of a red color. So I'm going to change this brand color, this primary color, to something else. Let's say to maybe this. Okay, so it doesn't contemplate. So for the accent color, I'm going to make something light. I'm going to go something light. I'm going to go something around this, something of this nature. Then for the text, I'm going to make use of this same dark color, but I'm going to go for something lighter. Okay, I'm going to go for something lighter. I can't see that. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm going to go back to change this. Okay, so I think this is okay. Okay, so this is okay. You can always tweak all this. So you come to BG color. So once the BG color, we set our BG color. I'm going to make use of this primary color, but I'm going to make it lighter. I'm going to take it here somewhere around here. Then for white, I'm going to select my white color. What kind of white color do I want? Do I want it to be pure white or not? So I don't want it to be pure white. I'm going to take it to the red section a little bit. Okay, so this is cool. So this is going to be all my colors for the design. Okay, this is going to be my colors for the design. I can go ahead and add this into my design system. Okay, or add this into my style guide. So I'm going to copy this and click on this same icon, this same color, these 4 menu icons, then click on plus, then click on, I'm going to type in primary because this is going to be my primary color. Then I'm going to type this, it's going to be my secondary color. Then this is going to be my dark color. Dark color, this is going to be my warning color. This is going to be my warning color. Then this is going to be my sources color. Then this is going to be my danger color. The danger color, this is going to be my accent color. Accent color, then this is going to be my text color. Then this is going to be my BG color. Okay, BG color. Okay, so I know I typed that wrongly, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, so these are the colors that we're going to be using for our design. As you can see right here, it's already in the color styles. So as you can see right here, now we have our color styles. These are our color schemes. So we can go ahead and do all of this. So if you want to get the shades of this various color, it's very easy. You can actually do that by just doing this. Let me show you how to get the shades, like various shades of it. It's very easy. I'm going to show you. So you're going to take this out and you're going to duplicate this multiple times, about 5 or 6 depending on what you want. Okay, so this is, how many is this? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So now we have 9. So we're going to make this small. We have 9. Okay, we have 9 shades. Okay, now want to create various shades for this color, we can always do that. So this one is going to be 1 2 3 4 5. So we are not changing this. This is going to be the main color. This one is going to mean the main color. So yeah, you can always go ahead and you can also create your own shade. So I think I'll just create my own shade, and you can also make use of the material design color from foundation right here too. Okay, by calling to the color system too, and you can make use of it. Okay, so yeah, just make this. Okay, I'll make this middle one my main color. Then for this one, I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to reduce the color for this, so I can disconnect it and do that again. So I'll just take it here. I'll take it somewhere here. Then take this one. I'll take this one somewhere here. Then I'll take this one. I'm going to disconnect every single thing and take this one somewhere here. Okay, then I'll make this one a little bit dark. Then I'll take this one somewhere here. Okay, so now we have our colors, so we can go ahead and do that again by saving. We can actually call this 100, call this 200, call this 300, call this 300, call this 400, call this. So it's not compulsory you go ahead and add all these shades. You can always add the shade if you feel like you want to have various shades of these colors. So right now, as you can see, I have various shades of these colors right here. So I can go ahead and group them together by selecting all of them right here, selecting all of them, and right click, then click on add to folder, then click on, then write primary. So now they are now in the primary folder. I can go ahead and delete this style. Okay, so as you can see, we've done this, we've done the primary. Okay, so this is the shade. As you can see, we've done the shade. So yeah, you can go ahead and arrange all this accordingly. So now we have the shades of all the of this primary color. You can go ahead and do that for other colors if you want. Okay, and you can also go ahead and create various, let me say, if you want to have a light color for this, you want a transparent color for this that has an opacity, you can also do that as well. Okay, I'm just going to do 3. I'm going to do 3 of it, so make this 3. Okay, so I'm going to make this 3. Okay, so make this 3. So for this, you can always set your opacity. I'll just set the first one to 100, set the one to 50, or let me set this one to 60 and set this one to 40, and set this one to 40. Okay, so you can save this opacity color. I'll just save this. I'll say 10%. I'm going to say, sorry, I'm going to say 40%. 40%, and I can just leave this. Okay, so now we have the shade. We can also always make use of it. So let me show you why you can why you are actually making use of opacity. So when you add opacity to your design system, it helps you, so you don't have to go ahead and start disconnecting your primary colors or disconnecting your colors. So you just go ahead and make use of your opacity when needed. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is what it looks like. Okay, so opacity is set, so you can make use of opacity anytime you want to make use of it. Okay, so I think I'm just going to end this guide right here. I've talked about so many things in this video, and I've showed you how to go ahead and create a simple design system as a beginner for text styles and color styles. Even if I thought that I mentioned I'm not going to talk about color styles, but I actually mentioned it. So in order for you to go ahead and create a more detailed guide on this, is very easy. If you come right here, you can just pause this video and create something. This is what it's going to look like. You're actually going to add the color code, because the developers will need the color code. Okay, they will need the color code of that design. Okay, but and also guys, there is another way for you to go ahead and deploy your design or deploy your whole style system for the developers, whereby developers don't have to touch your designs, they don't have to touch your code, or they don't have to create maybe a color or change the color, create a color styles, writing the codes and everything, or writing the code for the fonts, for the typography, or writing code for shadows. Everything will be done right here on Figma, and it can be it can be connected to the design automatically. Okay, so imagine changing something right here on Figma, and it's going to go live on the website, okay, or the mobile app. Okay, so Figma is amazing. There are so many things you can actually do with Figma. I'm just going to end the video right here. So if you actually enjoyed this video, guys, consider hitting the subscribe button. Guys, don't forget to also share this video with your friends, and also don't forget you can also join our design community. The link is actually in the description below, so you can go ahead and sign up. And also guys, yes, in case you want to go ahead and purchase this course, it's very cheap. You can go to the link in my description below and purchase this course. Okay, so you can see fully recorded 30 plus videos, and this video is about almost 10 hours video, so you can always watch them. And currently we are still working on uploading the course on Udemy. We've done that, but we had some issues with having to fix all of that. Okay, so for now we are actually making use of this. And when you purchase this course, you're going to get into get access to join our group, our private Telegram group, we are actually going to meet other designers on the group that actually purchase this course. So beginners actually purchase this course, and you can always go ahead and paste your issues on the group. You can do so many things on the group, share your designs on the group, and also you can you also get certificates when you complete this course. Okay, from us we also given certificates, free certificates, when you complete this course. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. I think I've talked about so many things for free. Okay, and you can also go ahead and appreciate me by giving a good comment in the comment section, and you can also tell me what you want me to, the kind of video you want me to create for you next in the comment section. Okay, so that's it, guys, for this video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.